Hey guys, my name is Mr. Zukowski. I teach AP World and AP Euro. For this video, I'm going to be doing an AP Euro unit overview. You can use this to know the general concepts that you need to know for your AP exam, and you can also use it as a chronological order of contextualization and synthesis points for your AP exam. Okay, so Unit 1 covers the year 1450 to 1648. That's important because basically that's the start of your course. In this, you're going to have things like the Renaissance, which starts in Italy, the Northern Renaissance, which goes to the rest of Europe, the Age of Exploration, you got Columbus, Gama, Prince Henry. You have the Columbian Exchange, which is the exchange of goods and diseases that comes from Europe and to the Americas and vice versa. Slave trade, which is a little bit different with the triangular trade network, and the commercial revolution. For Unit 2, you're going to have from 1450 to 1648. The big ones you want to know here are going to be the Protestant Reformation with Martin Luther, Lutherans, and Calvinists. Those are the three major religions you want to know for AP Euro. Here you're going to have the War of Religions, which is the 30 Years' War, and then the Catholic Reformation or the Counter-Reformation, which ensues after the Protestant Reformation. Here for Unit 3, you're going to want to go from 1648 to 1815. This is the age of absolutism. You have Louis XIV, the Palace of Versailles. You have the English Civil War. You have the Glorious Revolution, which leads to Parliament controlling more power in England. You have Mercantilism, which is also kind of a byproduct of the Age of Exploration. Mercantilism is the economic system before capitalism takes over with Adam Smith. You have constitutional absolutism in England. This is the creation of what you think would be modern day governments going forward. Unit 4 is the scientific revolution. You have Newton. Here you have the Enlightenment. You have Diderot. You have people like Rousseau, social contract. You have Locke. Those are important ones to know for the Enlightenment. Then that's for 1648 to 1815. Then from Unit 5, you have 1815 to 1914. You need to know the French Revolution. It ends with Napoleon Bonaparte, and Napoleon ends with the Congress of Vienna. That creates the concert of Europe. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about there, that's a really favorite one by the AP Euro exam. Then Unit 6 is from 1815 to 1914. Remember these dates because they're critical, because they will give you good contextualizations and synthesis points going forward. Here you have the Industrial Revolution. It's kind of self-explanatory. You have the Agricultural Revolution. The Agricultural Revolution actually comes before the Industrial Revolution, but you want to kind of understand that. And then you have the Second Industrial Revolution, which is factory systems and railroads, the advent of like mega industry and factories going forward. Then Unit 7 is from 1815 to 1914. You want to know what nationalism is. That encompasses the ideas of the unification of Germany and Italy. You have France coming around to becoming a power, and then you have social Darwinism, which is linked to the age of imperialism, where these countries start to basically take off and create empires. Then you have Unit 8, which is 1914 to the present. This covers things such as World War I, which leads into the Russian Revolution, which is a very famous one, Russian Revolution. You have the rise of fascism, which is also totalitarianism, which is the idea of total control or dictatorships. This is also created during the Great Depression. Then you have World War II, which is a byproduct of World War I and the Great Depression, leads to totalitarianism, which leads to World War II. And then the Holocaust, which is self-explanatory. Here, Unit 8, is 1914 to the present. You have the Cold War. You have things like superpowers. You have the idea of like NATO and Warsaw Pact between the two superpowers of Russia and the United States. You have the fall of communism, kind of symbolic with the Berlin Wall. You have decolonization, which happens in places like Africa. You have the rise of the European Union, which is a really good one for later on in European history. And then migration and immigration issues that are encompassed with the ideas of globalization. Okay, so this is just a good, quick little reference of concepts that you'll see going forward. It doesn't encompass everything, but it's a good, quick reference for you guys to study and kind of know. Again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and then I'll see you again another time. Okay, take care.